support the promotion of positive work culture and ethics. My assistants have already explained the synopsis for the Labor Day celebrations. Your Excellency, as I prepare to hand over to my Honourable Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development, allow me to thank the Assistant Masters of Ceremonies for the job well done. Thank you very much. I am called Colonel Charles Patrick Okello Engola Machodogo. I am the Minister of State for Labour, Employment and Industrial Relations. Your Excellency, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome Your Excellency, in this function. The strategic is that it helps all of us to reflect on the promotion of positive work culture and ethics as a stepping stone for realization of the national aspirations enshrined in the country's development agenda, and therefore calls upon everyone to support the promotion of positive work culture and ethics. My assistants have already explained the synopsis for the Labor Day celebrations. Your Excellency, as I prepare to hand over to my Honourable Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development, allow me to thank the Assistant Masters of Ceremonies for the job well done. Thank you very much. I therefore take this opportunity to invite the Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development to take over.
Well, it's a pity that he has not lived to see yet another day from those comments he made yesterday. Now, the State Minister for Labour has been very vocal about migrant workers being tortured in different countries. And of course, he has always committed that government was yet to understand why Ugandan migrant workers were tortured to the extreme and killed in Gulf countries. If we reflect back in 2022, of the total 84,966 migrant workers that were externalized to the Middle East, at least 77,914 migrant workers went to Saudi Arabia, out of which 55,643 of them deployed as housemaids. Back in 2021, the Uganda Human Rights Commission reported cases of mistreatment or abuse of Ugandan migrant workers, doubled as 421 from 214 the previous year. The report, of course, reported and faulted users of the unregistered or fraudulent entities and job opportunities to trick their victims. Now, the Minister of State for Labour and Employment and Industrial Relations has been very vocal against mistreatment and mismanagement of workers, especially outside Uganda. Still regarding trafficking, once during the 4th Regional Ministerial Forum on Migration, on harmonizing labour migration policies in East and Horn of Africa, the Labour, Employment and Industrial Relations State Minister Charles Ngola Okello then said that he cannot paint a true picture of African unity without the colour of free, safe, regular and humane labour migration. Allow me to take a quote from him. As a follow-up to our decision last year, Uganda's cabinet approved the deployment of labour attaches in Saudi Arabia, Qatar and the United Arab Emirates. We have also embarked on taking consular services closer to Ugandan migrant workers abroad by establishing consulates in cities of the destination countries other than the capitals. That was a comment that he made in regards to labour externalization, something that was under his docket as State Minister. Now, to have a recap of the retired Colonel Charles Okello Engola, who has been serving as State Minister of Labour in the 11th Parliament for Uganda, born on October 12, 1954, to a royal family of Chief Nasan Engola and Ketula Engola Engola in Oyam district. He joined the army under the commander of UPDF's 501 Brigade, to which they fought the LRA. In 2007, he was promoted to colonel and retired from the UPDF. When we date back to 2010, he attained a Bachelor of Development Studies from Kampala International University, and within 3 years, he had also attained a Mastery of Public Administration and Management, still from Kampala International University. Charles Okello Engola was elected the LC5 chairperson for Oyam district back in 2006 on the NRM flag, and then in 2011 he was re-elected LC5 chairman Oyam district, still on the NRM card. From 2016 to that, he had been elected member of parliament Oyam North County, and in June 2016, and on the 6th day, he was appointed State Minister for Defence. In 2019, he was reappointed State Minister for Defence, and as of 2021, he had been appointed as State Minister for Labour, Employment and Industrial Relations. Of course, what you see there on your screens are pictures of different officials, especially in security, police and the army, arriving to take a closer look at what has happened and transpired in the past 1.5 hours. Those pictures are from Kyanja, live from Kyanja, in the community in which the lad was shot dead by his guard, whose grievance has been that he was not paid enough, given how much they put in, how much they get to have on ground, on duty, and the remuneration was not equivalent and satisfactory to him as a person. One of the witnesses have accounted that he entered a saloon and shot himself through the neck to the head, one bullet that ended his own life. That's an account that has been taken from one of the eyewitnesses on ground in Kyanja, and of course that is a tragedy. Yet another tragedy. We do remember, of course, the attempted assassination of General Katumba Wamala, that was also claiming the life of his daughter and his driver at the time. He survived. Unfortunately, for the State Minister for Labour, he has not been able to survive this tragedy. May his soul rest in peace. Of course, our prayers, our hearts are with the family and the entire country for the loss of the State Minister. Looking at his account, born to a royal family on the 12th of October 1958 to Chief Nassan Engola and Ketula Engola in Oyam district. He joined the army and he served as commander of UPDF's 501 Brigade. At retired Colonel Charles Okello Engola. He served as commander of UPDF's 501 Brigade, which fought the LRA. We get to look at him also having been promoted to the position of colonel and later retired from the UPDF. That was in 2007. In 2010, he attained a Bachelor of Development Studies, Kampala International University. And then later on, he also attained a Master of Public Administration and Management from Kampala International University, and that was in 2013. Back in 2006, he was elected LC5 chairman for Oyam district under the NRM flag, and he was re-elected in the next 2011 election, still as LC5 chairman Oyam district, and still he was representing the NRM party. In 2016 and up to date, he had been elected member of parliament Oyam North County, to which he was serving his people with due diligence. But in June 2016, and that was on the 16th, he was appointed State Minister for Defence. Looking at the profile of retired Colonel Charles Okello Engola, in 2019, The retired colonel had been reappointed State Minister for Defense, and still in 2021 he was appointed State Minister for Labour, Employment and Industrial Relations, for which he has been serving our country with due diligence. Of course, later we'll be sharing more details on NTV at 1 regarding the updates that will be given unto us by the Uganda Police, upon which we'll then be taking it from there. For now, you can turn over to our social media platforms, hashtag NTV News on NTV Uganda. Who is on ground and he's keeping us posted. Those are the pictures in Kyanja. We have a crowd that has gathered up, some eyewitnesses, of course, that have to have recorded statements with the Uganda police on the account of exactly how things transpired that led to the death of the retired Colonel Charles Okello Engola, State Minister for Labour, and his bodyguard who shot himself and took his life after shooting his boss.
So once again, here on NTV, we still tragedy struck, and at the moment, investigations still are ongoing here, where the State Minister for Labour, Charles Engola, was shot dead by his bodyguard, and we're yet to establish the name of the bodyguard and the reason as to why that really happened. And just to take you back of what happened, by the time we arrived here at the scene, at that moment the place wasn't yet cordoned off as it is right now, and many people were still scattered in shock of what really happened. And we saw the Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development, that's Bede Amongi, coming in here wailing, as well as other people. We've seen also other residents here coming in wailing after the shock incident that happened here. So right there, as you can see the pictures where the policemen are coming from, the police officers where they're coming from, that's the home of the late now Charles Engola, where he was shot, and the body is still in there. We had to establish the extent of how he was shot, and a few details inside there, simply because we've been restricted to the road down here at Ring Road in Kyanja. But at the moment, we're seeing a heavy deployment. Many more and more security officers are coming in here to try and man. And also we've seen the forensic team also trying to collect as much evidence as possible. Sometimes we're not allowed to come here when the forensic team is doing their job. So at the moment, they're still doing their job, most especially inside the perimeter wall of the home of the late Charles Engola. But
this is the second time you're coming back.
Traffic has been disrupted here. As you can see, this is the Ring Road, and I'm going just to be showing you, apart from the security vehicles that are allowed to come near here, no other private vehicle is supposed to be passing here, as you can see, because it's only the UGI, the UP, as well as the HDF vehicles that are being parked here, so as to enhance the investigations that are actually going on here. So earlier I told you that after the bodyguard shot the minister right from his home here, as I'm going to be showing you, he came running here and he started shooting in the air, as well as shooting in the ground. That's according to the first-hand accounts that we've got from the witnesses. And from here, that's when he started shooting in the air, taking this route. This route is the one that leads to the saloon, because it's some distance here. I can't actually show you where the saloon is here, right? Because it's some kind of a distance that we're supposed to cover to reach the saloon. So he came here, started shooting in the air, shooting in the ground, running. But according to the account of the witnesses, they've told us that he came shouting, "I have no problem with any person. I have no problem with any person. I just need my pay." And that's when he went to the saloon there that we've shown you earlier on, and he shot himself after the incident. So at the moment, the police, the UPDF, and other security agencies are doing their work so as to find more evidence. What really happened? We're yet to identify. We're yet to establish what happened. We're expecting maybe a police report on this, an explanation of what really happened, and also we shall be, if we get a chance, we shall be speaking to maybe some of the close family members who shall be telling us what really happened that caused this entire fracas. So at the moment, it's a really terrible incident here. It's only a matter of time that we've been told that later on the bodies, after the forensics team has done its job, the bodies will be got from there. So let me just give you some shot here. It's a sneak peek here. You can actually see through that perimeter wall. We haven't got any chance to get any closer to the perimeter wall of the home of the late Engola, but I think you can see some of the security officers again there and the forensic team trying to do their job. But according to some witnesses also who we've spoken to, they've actually told us that the bodyguard came out shouting and saying that I have no problem with anyone, but I have a problem with my boss. And after that was after he shot the minister and then running this side. So let's walk through just to show you the situation here as it is. As I earlier told you, here the road that is Chisasi Ring Road is actually cordoned off, and security has been disrupted. Of course, if the road is cordoned off, then security has to be disrupted. Apart from the cars, the vehicles of the security personnel, no other person is allowed to actually pass through. So the entire time, as I told you, the entire time after the shooting at the home of the late minister's home, so the bodyguard also started moving around here, shooting shooting in the air. And at this moment, we've been told that the people scattered, and this way, and many of them took off simply because they were scared of what was really happening here. As you can see, it's only the security cars that are being allowed to come through. The borders, no, you're supposed to be parked on the side, and you can't come through. So it's a matter of time that we shall be establishing, and when this road will be open after maybe the investigations have stopped. So at the moment, that is it. That's what is happening here, and we're expecting. We've been told that the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, that's Thomas Tayewa, is also expected to come in here so as to give us maybe to see what's really happening here. So the farthest that a person can go is here. The farthest. So if you're using a border, if you're pedestrian, this is the farthest that you can go. So here is the restriction. You can't go beyond this cordoned off place to come this side. And the other side where you see some kind of commotion there, some people here there, that's where the saloon is. That's where the bodyguard shot himself after shooting the minister, that's Charles Senghor. So that's the situation right now. We shall be giving you more details. Batulaba Queen TV nyongero kubaniriza wano mwebale kubanga mutwegaseeko amachago nako olwalero tujja gamba nti amacha malungi ddala olebyo ebibaddewo naye ekiriwo kwe kuba nti minister omubezi ow'ensonga z'abakozi mukulu Charles Senghor akubiddwa amasasi agamutiddewo era ng'ono akubiddwa mukuumi we kitegerekese nti bafunyemu kwa obutakkaanya okukakananga amutulisiza amasasi agamuse mu kiseera kino oluguudo ono lwolaba lugaddwa wano olw'Kyanja Ring Road era nga okujjako nga oli musirikale oba oli wa kitongole kinoonyereza tokkirizibwa kweyongerayo era nga bw'olaba kati ezo mmotoka ezino ambulance zino ezeetambuza emirambo kati zezikirizibwa okubanga ziyitawo bwe bakirizibwa okubanga bayitawo. Mpazi ngenda kubanga ndi ne munnange wano Solomon Kaweesa naye aneegaseeko asobole okubanga ensonga nga embeera nga bw'agirabe naye atubuulire. Mukulu Kaweesa, embeera naawe otuuse wano ogirabidde ddala nga bwe bitambula, tulabye bamukubye amasasi kuba kyekisookera ddala ngaffe abamawulire omanyi mubeeramu ebintu ebimu nga tulina kweyongerayo kyolina okubanga osooka kyetukakasa nti akubiddwa amasasi afudde ebisingawo tugenda kuba tubibategeeza. Soko abatulabo babuulire embeera nga bweri naawe bw'ogirabye.
Ekisookera ddala kya nnaku nti tufunye amawulire agafaananako obwegati ku lunaku nga luno olw'okumakya twakava mu lunaku lw'abakozi ate olaba kati ebiguddewo minisita abivunaanyizibwako bwatyo bwagenze naye bannayuganda babadde tebannaba kufuna ku mukisa gutegeera mbeera eno mu lulimi Oluganda. Ndowooza keekadde tutandika okubannyonnyola ekibaddewo okuva lwe wajjidde wano ku makyanga nkulaba. Amawulire twasoose kugafuna naye nga gabuzaabuza. Abamu babadde bagamba nti eyali minisita ow'ebyamayumba Sam Engola ate kweganga biri awo bibuzaabuza.
Amazima nange basoose nze yankubidde simu yangambye nti minisita Sam Engola.
Nange bwe nasoose okukitegeera n'abamu ne batandika n'okuteekayo ebifaananyi naye NTV oluvannyuma lw'okukakasa twakitegedde nti ono minisita Charles Engola minisita omubeezi ow'abakozi yattiddwa era ndowooza zembiro ze waleese waneeno naffe nga tujja tukugoberera naye nga ekituufu ekiriwo eyamukubye amasasi mukuumi we era nga bwe muzze mubiwulira nga abyogera mu lulimi Oluzungu yabadde ayogera ebigambo bingi nnyo nga ayogera ku nsonga z'okusasulwa n'ebifaananako bwe bityo kwe kujja ndowooza olwamaze okumutta eri n'avaayo n'ajja ng'akuba amasasi okutuuka eri gye mubadde mutulengeza naye gye yagenze mu saaluuni y'omukyalo omu naye neyejja mu budde. Ekikolwa ekyo kya nnaku tubadde tuludde okulaba ekikolwa ekifaananako bwe kityo ate naddala nga kikolebwa ku muntu ali ku levo ya waggulu bwetyo kale kinakuwaza okubeera nga yeno embeera gye tulimu.
Empoze Kaweesa omanyi okujja ano ninye bodaboda nga nzija naye owa bodaboda babadde andeeta atampisiza muliriko ekkubo erya Kisota we bakubira Jeno Katumba amala amasasi era batuyiseewo ne ŋŋamba ate we tukomyewo ate bizeemu kwegamba mubeeramu ebintu ebimu nga ekifaananyi sometimes nga kikyali fresh mu mind ate era gye tuzze ne tuyita ne walira mu ddwaliro
era still kumpi ekifaananyi kiringa kyekimu kubeera bw'oyogera ku Kyanja era tujjukira ekyaliwo luli ate area eno teri wala nnyo ndooza n'okudda eri okutuuka gye battira omugenzi Felix Kaweesi ekulambiro kuba bw'oyitamu wano eno mu kkubo liri n'ofubutukamu wali eryo otuuka butereevu ku kidde ewa mugenzi Felix Kaweesi kale embeera eyo kiba kyennyamiza lwaki kitundu kino anyway siganye gye babeera naye ebibuuzo bikyali bingi ansa ntono naye nga tulinze abakulu abali eri waggulu ndabye abakugu abagenzi okubeera nga abeekebejja omulambo ne bennengedde nga bakwata sayidi eno balina obujulizi obw'enjawulo bwe baagala okwetegereza n'ebibuuzo byendaba bazze babuuza abantu ba bulijjo bagezaako okukakasa abantu bye batugambye naffe bye tugamba abantu byebyo bye bituufu nti embeera bweba bwetyo kiki ekigenda okuddirira wagenda kubaawo byakuyiga wagenda kubeerawo ki akadde konna tuba tusuubira ripooti okuva mu poliisi era nga bwe bazze batusuubizaawo ku mutimbagano mbalabyeko era ripooti yo tugisuubira ekyavuddemu nakiki ekigenda okuddirira
Kaweesi abantu bandyagadde okumanya ebiseera ebisinga tulaba abanoonyereza abambadde ebyo ebyeru abeekapise balinga abagenda ku mwezi byonna bebakyabo
abo betuyita aba forensics kwe kunoonyereza okwekinnasayansi nti bw'obanga wattiddwa ewantu bebajja bambala bwe batyo okuba nti bo oba endagabutonde yaabwe oba entuuyo yonna tesigala mu kifo ekyo kubanga etaataaganya kye baagala okufuna ne bw'oba wattiddewo omuntu ne wasigalawo oluviiri lumu ne balufuna basobola okulumaakinga ne DNA eyo ne bategeera nti ono ye yali ku ssiini awo mukadde bwe katyo naye mu mbeera eno gye tulaba ng'oli atemudde ate naye ne yeetemula poliisi yo evo omulimu gwayo gukola gutambulira mu layini y'emu yo tesobola kukakasizaawo nti oli yasse eba erina okusooka okukola okunoonyereza kyova olaba era eba erina okuvaayo ne ripooti netukakasa siri mukugu mu byenjogera naye bwe tuba tusoma amawulire okunoonyereza okwa poliisi bwe kuti bakutusomesaako ne tukutegeera
kakati njagala okubira omuntu ekifaananyi Kaweesa kuba gwe wajjidde wasobodde nga bwe tuddayo ndowooza eri nga bwe tuwayamu
All right, thank you so much, Adi Mivule and Solomon Kaweesa there that are on ground to give us an account and to keep us up to date with what's going on in Kyanja, as you do have different police entities coming together to collect evidence and be able to give us an official report in regards to the incident that has claimed the life of retired Colonel Charles Engola. Now, the retired Colonel has been very, very loud in terms of advocating for labour and good working conditions. Of course, one of them has been in recent times. Within his last 30 days, he has been able to look into the empowerment of youth women and getting them trained in fruit farming and financial management. And these have been to the tune of about 6,000 youth and young women in Nuoya district that had been trained in fruit farming and financial literacy as well as entrepreneurial skills. That was under his guidance, under his docket as State Minister for Labour. And picking, of course, from a comment that he said that trained persons will become self-employed, hence addressing the unemployment gaps that we do have in Uganda, that, of course, were definitely eminent and were made loud and clear from yesterday's International Labour Day addresses from the different leaders that shared with us in Mutumba district. Now, we get to look at what he in person shared yesterday, his last public appearance on official duty yesterday in Mutumba district at the International Day celebrations. Take a look.
I'm called Colonel Charles Patrick Okello Engola Machodugo. I'm the Minister of State for Labour, Employment and Industrial Relations. Your Excellency, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome Your Excellency, in this function. It's strategic in that it helps all of us to reflect on the promotion of positive work culture and ethics as a stepping stone for realization of the national aspirations enshrined in the country's development agenda, and therefore calls upon everyone to support the promotion of positive work culture and ethics. My assistants have already explained the synopsis for the Labor Day celebrations. Your Excellency, as I prepare to hand over to my Honorable Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development, allow me to thank the Assistant Masters of Ceremonies for the job well done. Thank you very much. I therefore take this opportunity to invite the Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development to take over.
Well, that is a very interesting remark that came in from the late retired Colonel Charles Engola. Now, of course, back in April, you do have him also advocating for fruit farming, seeking 17 billion shillings to set up a factory in Noya district. But looking at his profile, yet again, born on the 12th of October in 1958. He was born to a royal family, and that was of Chief Nathan Engola and Ketula Engola in Oyam district. Later on, he gets to join the army, and he serves as the commander of the UPDF's 501 Brigade, to which they fought the Lord's Resistance Army. Still looking at the profile of the retired Colonel Charles Okello Engola. In 2007, he was promoted to the colonel position and later on retired from the UPDF in 2007. Then 3 years later, 2010, he was able to attain education, a Bachelor of Development Studies at Kampala International University. 3 years later, at the same university, he was also able to attain Masters of Public Administration and Management, still from Kampala International University. When we go back into history in 2006, looking at his political journey, he was elected LC5 chairman in Oyam district on the NRM card. And then later on, he was re-elected in 2011, still in the same position, LC5 chairman, Oyam district. And then he upgraded his political profile in 2016 when he was elected member of parliament, Oyam North County, to which he won over 90% of the voters' hearts and will at the time. Then you do have him in 2016 being appointed as the State Minister for Defence. Still, he was reappointed State Minister for Defence in 2019, and in the 11th Parliament, he has been serving as the State Minister for Labour, Employment and Industrial Relations. With our team on ground, you can turn over to our social media pages, hashtag NTV News, NTV Uganda, for all the updates that are going to be coming through. Later on in our bulletin, NTV at 1 will be giving you full details, and in our subsequent bulletins, we'll be keeping our ears and eyes to the ground regards this tragedy that has befallen on the 2nd of May 2023. For now, we take a short breather.
Yamalila internet my data. Following every day when Sukuka. Baby, you know you take control. Senjakala no musomba nansabia. Ono sola nenda lugwanda janya. Anyoyo Angela from Nansana. Ring ring. Kuleta gusunde. Como viria kabikure ngatamangina Kyanja. Kyanja kasukunde. Lala kutwala ulaya ngachakute. Bwaka kankanya. Yakulila Kampala. Bwaka kankanya. Straight from Kampala. Baka kankanya. Yakulela Kampala. Baka kankanya. Wine up your body, baby, new character. Wine up, give me that bad character. Balageko, babi mowatia. Inzo njagala baby, ku TikTok. Toli chisembo ye kwali ku chop chop tap 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 on me, baby tap tap. Make your body do body language, make it tap tap. Laga mazina mapia this a new chop 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 tap. Kuleke go Sunday, move. Kami kuleka kama nina Kyanja, Kyanja kasukunde. Leva kutwala ulaya ngachakute. Bwaka kankanya, yakulila Kampala. Bwaka kankanya, straight from Kampala. Bwaka kankanya, yakulela Kampala. Bwaka kankanya. Babili tuje kukesa. Say no one get kukesa. Tunyo midway combination. Whoa, we come from Uganda in our nation. Yeah. Tunyo midway combination. Yo. Soka na mulabanga amacha. Kumbe amanibia kola ngangatan. Yamalila internet my data. We following her every day when Sukuka. Baby, you know you take control. Senjakala no musomba nansabia. Ono sola nenda lugwanda janya. Anyoyo Angela from Nansana. Ring ring. Kuleta gusunde. Como viria kabikure ngatamangina Kyanja. Kyanja kasukunde. Lala kutwala ulaya ngachakute. Bwaka kankanya. Yakulila Kampala. Bwaka kankanya. Straight from Kampala. Bwaka kankanya. Yakulela Kampala. Bwaka kankanya.
There is a camera.
Violence, I beg it, you need to get this. Baddest to make it on this one. Olo, Nicolo disavo e colo. Olo, Nicolo disavi olo. Olo, Nicolo disavo sa colo. Olo, Nicolo disavi olo. Akana kalina magida. Kakula waguga. Zinira muwa chekecha. Olero tunakesa. Omeza mangota wekulava. Muline subalada. Obulundi bobwanteka kuninga. Accelerata. Jamu. Kano kanye wako kamasu. Kano kachomo kumusito. Yongeza muko kaliro. Onamzitira mumiguwa. Olo, Nicolo disavo e colo. Olo, Nicolo disaviti olo. Olo, Nicolo disavo sa colo. Olo, Nicolo disaviti olo. Kalinga isibimbo, eno weka sekanola wadimbo. Atekala dika kalina kasingo. Yolingi one more time once again. Bareteka shisho baka champagne. Tambuza kamese tambula. Tambuza kamese tambula. Tambuzo sinanga bukirira. Tambula kamese tambula. Tambula nkuulira mu misiwa. Tambula kamese tambula. Tambula nkuulira mu busomyo. Olumulegerwa kana kanyolera isongo muzimu gwa naja. Kafubutuka neje kuzata. Baby nebone panka kia Mungu njaku kurembwala. Olo, Nicolo disavo e colo. Olo, Nicolo disaviti olo.
Shot him on the back, all over the back. Yeah, and then the bodyguard was also shot, but he is not yet dead. He is in critical condition. The one who did the shooting came out shooting randomly, but he went somewhere and shot himself. So there are 2 people dead.
The other people in the house, made and others?
No, they're okay.
No casualties?
No.
What do you think now about this? Maybe from a family?
I can't tell. I can't tell.
Okay, and have they told you when to be giving you the body? When the body is going to be taken?
We are going to the mortuary right now. We will know from there. Yeah.
What's your name, ma'am? What's your name?
Cannot go to one. Yeah, I'm a sister.
Yeah. So that's the body?
Yeah, that's the body.
Both? One.
We are going to city mortuary.
Well, that's the situation right here in Kyanja. We've just spoken to the sister of the late minister, Betty Ongang, and she has just told us the extent of the damage of the shooting. She has told us that her late brother, that's Minister Charles Engola, was shot multiple times, and the body has several wounds, bullet wounds. And as you've just seen, the body has just been taken to the city mortuary. So after some hours of investigations here at the crime scene, the body has been taken, and we're yet to see what's next. But earlier on, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, that's Thomas Tayebwa, also arrived here at the crime scene. He's still up there, also trying to link up with the family members to ascertain what really happened. And we've established that actually there was another bodyguard who was also shot, and he was wounded. For him, he's still nursing some wounds in hospital. So it's the first bodyguard after shooting the minister also shot the bodyguard, and he's nursing some wounds, and he's been taken to hospital. And as I've told you now, the body of the late Charles Engola has been taken to the city mortuary as investigations continue. But we still camped here at the Kyanja Road, that's the ring road, which is cordoned off, and it's a no-go zone area. It's a no-go zone area for many of the local population here. So that's the family, as you can see there, that's the family of the late Engola, also trying to ascertain and also pondering their next move. So we're coming back here at the scene, as we're going to be showing you some more pictures coming in from the home of the late Charles Engola, who has been shot dead. And as I've told you, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament is also here. That's Thomas Tayebwa. That's his car right up there where he's gone. And some other dignitaries here, those that I've actually seen, the Minister of Labour, Gender and Social Development, that's Honorable Betty Amongi, is also still up there. So we shall be, if we get a chance, we shall be speaking to some of these people who will be telling us what actually went wrong and how what this actually means to the security maybe of the high-ranking officials, because as I've told you, it's been established that it's the bodyguard who shot the minister, the state minister of Labour, that's Charles Engola. So it's more deployment, more and more deployment here, as you see many of the police officers and the army officers are flocking the entire place, surrounding the place. And well, I can see Mr. Latif Sebagala, Honorable Latif Sebagala. He's actually the one who tipped me off this morning. He's the one who gave me that call. We are going to be speaking to him here, and he's going to be telling us what really happened, because he's also a neighbor here. Mr. Latif Sebagala is a neighbor here, and he's one of those people who first heard the shots and then tipped us off coming in here to give some information. So we're going to be speaking to him shortly, giving us an account what really happened, and maybe what went wrong of this entire area. So, well, that's Honorable Latif Sebagala. As I've told you, is the one who tipped me off. Yes, I won't say very good morning, Mr. Latif Sebagala, Honorable, but in the morning I received that call and you told me that at first I thought it was Sam Engola until after we got that clarification. Just a brief of what happened.
At around 9:30 in the morning, as I was coming from home, going to work, because my home is just a few meters away from here. So I stopped at a certain shop. I wanted some things from that shop. So as I was discussing with the shop attendant, I had some gunshots. And we were not so sure about what was going on. So I had gunshots several times. So I told the shop attendant, let's wait a minute. I moved up, because the shop is just a few meters away from here. So as I was looking at where the sound of the gunshots were coming from, I saw a soldier standing up here, holding the gun, shooting in the air, right, center, and left. I told everybody around, because the shop was very busy, please take cover. So we continued, and I stayed for some minutes watching what was going on. So he was descending to the main road, and he was shooting. People were all scattered. So I also rushed away. I moved some few meters away from the shop. So I returned after a few minutes, only to find so many people just a few meters away from here. There's a certain shop where he entered and killed himself. So I was asking now, who else has been killed? Nobody had the answer. So I said, no, I must go to where the gunshots were coming from. So I went to the minister's home. When they opened, I only saw the children around crying. The body was lying down. He was dressed, properly dressed, going for a cabinet meeting. And he was in the cold blood. He was killed. So I saw officers who were around rushing the other bodyguard, who was also critically injured, being rushed to the hospital. So we stayed there for some few minutes without any help until some police and security officers started coming in. But it was really a very terrible incident. This is a place a few meters away from where Faneka Wesa was killed, because when you talk about Kulamiro, it's just a few meters away. It is just a throne's distance from this place. So it's very, very unfortunate. And the residents were saying, because me, I didn't hear him talking, but they were saying that the man was talking, was saying that I'm tired, I'm demanding my salary, I'm not paid, I'm ABCD, I'm living in a very worried state. So that's what residents told me, that's what he was telling them. And he was not very harsh to the Wananchi, because he was telling them, as he was descending to the main road, he was telling them that please move away from here, move away from here. And even when he went to the shop where he killed himself, he told those people who were around, please get away from here. So he would have killed so many people, because he was someone who has just killed a minister, someone who has just killed another person who has been injured. He would have shot everybody around the road. So it's very, very unfortunate. We have lost Honorable Akelo Charles, Kano Akelo Charles Engom. In the morning, in fact, what rang a bell in my mind was Sam Engola, because this is a namesake, but this is Honorable Kwano Akelo Charles Engola, the State Minister for Gender in charge of Labour. So,
omuntu yandiyagadde okumanya Honorable Latif g'omukuba abaddewo, kuba g'omukuba soso tukubira kasimu ebibaddewo wano, biki ebyabaddewo wagenza okuwulira ne bye wasanze mu
omugenzi ono nze ndi ku kyalo kuno era neighbor wange. Kati mbadde nve kasaawa 3 n'ekitundu nenyimirako awo waliwo edduuka linyimiriddeko, bwe nyimiriddeko mbadde nabyengula ngenza okuwulira nga mpulira amasasi. Ntugamba kiki ekivuga ekyo oba bibaawo oba biki. Kati bwe tumaze eddakiika ne nfuluma mu dduuka kubanga liri kumpi awo, ngenza okulaba nga nengera emundu waggulu nga ndaba batandise okuba amasasi, badde eno badde eri. Ogenda okwekanga nga ndaba omusirikale ayambadde uniform ng'akola ki, ng'akuba amasasi era ng'aserengeta eno wansi, era mu mbeera efaana bw'etyo n'abeera nga akuba amasasi okubeera nti agenda akuba naye ng'akuba mu bbanga. Nakati abatuuze bangambye, kati nze wengamba abantu nti mweyongereyo eri muveewo, nange nenvaawo, nange bwe nvuddewo nensooka newogomamu, ngenza okudda ne banga ati ayingidde awo yettidde awo mu dduuka. N'ekyomukisa omulungi tabadde mubi nnyo ku batuuze, kubanga yandibadde atta abatuuze bangi. N'omuntu gwagenzeeko mu dduuka gyetidde amugambye nti vaawo, n'olwekyo kitalo nnyo, kitalo ddala, naye ebibadde biwulirwa ng'agamba nti tebansasula mbeera ntya ne minisita mbeera ntya nga ndi mu mbeera nzibu nnyo ng'ate bali bulungi nolwekyo mu mbeera efaana bwetyo nekibeera nga kibadde kizibu nnyo kitalo nnyo kitalo ddala era nze otuuse wali kyembagambye ate okuba nga alina kyakoze eka tumale okugendako eka okutuuka awaka nga mighty honorable minister egudde wansi abadde amaze okweteeka agenda mu cabinet meeting ng'ali mu suuti bulungi nnyo ng'ali wansi era nga baana bali abakaaba bokka mpaka oluvannyuma kikanga 10 nababeera nga bajja nkyawo embeera bwetyo bwebadde.
That's the former MP.
Minister ono abadde ne bodyguards zibadde nga emmotoka ye ng'evayo n'abasirikale nga 5 ebiseera ebisinga ate nga amagye geeganakuma kuba abadde Kano naye kati kitwewuunyisa kubanga batugambye nti wabaddewo ndowooza okukyankana ku makya ng'ayogera n'oyo kati driver we oba personal assistant azzeeyo munda afune emmundu bazeeyo munda afune emmundu agenza okudda ngo namaze okukola okumutta nga tamaze n'okufuluma byebigabo byempulidde naye nga twebuuza abasirikale abalala bo babaddewa kubanga mpulidde abamu bawogera nti aliwo abasirikale bakyanoonya abadduse babaddewa ono ng'atuuka okukola ekifaanana bwekityo kubanga abadde n'abasirikale abaweranga 5 kibi nnyo kibi ddala mu mbeera efaana bwetu naye tusabire munaffe gwe bakubye ali mu ddwaliro ali mu mbeera nzibu naye tumusabire abeere nga asobola okuwona mu mbeera efaana bwetu.
Well, that's the Honorable Latifa Sebagala who has just given us an account of what really happened here. Now we're seeing some disruption here by some people here. Well, but anyway, and for those that are still that have just joined us here in Kyanja, it's terrible news coming in from this place. The State Minister for Labour, Charles Engola, was gunned down. At the moment, the body, we've seen the body being taken to the city mortuary for a post-mortem, but still investigations are still underway, and several dignitaries are also coming in here. As I earlier told you, it's the Speaker or the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, that's Thomas Tayewa, is here, and we also saw Betty Amongi. Those are the only few that I've seen, but we also spoke to some of the relatives that came in earlier on, and they've told us that at the crime scene the late was shot multiple times, and he has multiple wounds. That's what they could actually ascertain what really happened. So we're seeing more and more officers coming in here to try and ascertain what really happened here. As I told you, it's a massive deployment here after what happened here at the home of the late Minister Charles Engola. So in the morning, actually, some people were confusing Charles Engola and Sam Engola, but after we confirmed that it's Charles Engola. Now, right here I'm with Mr. Stephen Mbide Omufefesi Wechibuga, who was also here in the morning to give us of what he found out right there when he was moving inside within the suburbs there. Because sometimes you don't get the story from the crime scene, the actual crime scene, but you can also get the story from the people surrounding the area. So you were here also in the morning. Just a brief of what you've just found out. What are the people saying there?
One of them is the neighbor here, one of the immediate neighbors here in Kyanja here. She says that yesterday she's the one who surprised coffee pastries to the guards there inside the house of the late minister. Now she says that at least she spoke to one of the guards, in fact this one who was alleged to have shot the minister,
Mr. Mbide, let me just disrupt you a bit. We first talked to the Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago, and we get something from him, and later on we shall also continue.
At what time did you get this kind of information?
Well, about 1 hour ago, I learned about it. I was informed by the Honorable Latif Sebagala because he's a neighbor here. When I was talking to him, he was explained to what had happened, and I had to dash here. So it's very, very unfortunate when you witness what is happening in broad daylight, an incident like this happening, and if what
the killer said is what motivated him, what propelled him to do what he did, to commit this heinous crime, then we're in trouble as a country. I think this is a point at what is happening, to what is obtaining in society. This deep-seated anger within all the spheres of life, within all the sectors of life, if indeed is true, and that is what actually motivated him, then we're in trouble. We are sitting on a time bomb that is complaining about delayed salaries, and he is running berserk, is running out of hand to say, I need to take away somebody's life and also to take away his own life. Then that is danger for us. It portends dangerous times for us as a country. We are sitting on a time bomb. And this is a serious message to those who are in power. This deep-seated anger within the security personnel, the security forces, because it cuts across. It goes within the security forces. It goes even up to down to the common man. Everybody is angry. This anger against those who will be power, against those whom they consider to be persecuting and oppressing them, against those who are seen to be living opulent lives, extravagant lives at their own expense, because this is what I see going by the preliminary findings coming out right now. So it's anger between the have-nots against those who have. It's anger against those who perceive this as persecution perpetrated by particular individuals. This is what I gather from the statements, the dying declaration he has made, because I consider that to be a dying declaration, the perpetrator of this heinous crime, because he has also killed himself. But those who heard what he said, the statement was making, you people, you have delayed to pay our salaries. You people, you are not considering about our plight, our suffering, and what not. For you, you are living extravagant lives and what not. So this is a pointer to all of us, and particularly to those who are in power, that please, this deep-seated anger is a time bomb for us as a country. Nze embeera nga bwe njiraba, obusungu abantu bwe balina mu ggwanga bukulaga nti tutudde ku gye bayita time bomb. Kino kikulaga bw'oba olaba nti omuntu asobola okukuba amasasi n'atta minisita mu mbeera y'ekikangabwa misana gwaka, ne statements zazaakola zakoze ng'akola ekikolobero kino zikulaga nti waliwo ekyobulabe ekiri mu ggwanga. Era eno message ya bulabe, message nkulu nnyo eri mu ggwanga, eri ddala abalina obuyinza, nti omuntu ali mu security n'akola ekintu ekifaanana bwe kiti nga yeekyaye kye bayita okwekyawa, okweri omuguju, n'agamba nti nze nvudde mu mbeera kanfe n'omuntu, n'afa ne minisita. Kakati obwo obusungu buli wamu, buli mu magye, buli mu poliisi, buli mu bantu ab'obulijjo, buli mu kanyomero konna ak'obulamu bw'eggwanga lino, nti waliwo abagaggawadde ennyo ne bafuuka bagagga nnyo, balidde buli kimu ne babwegera, ne balaba ekifaananyi nti bo bano abali wansi abaavu ekibaleetedde ekyo, ono yalidde ebibye. Kati akulaba oli mu mmotoka njimu, ayinza okulaba eya road mayor ndi mu mmotoka njimu, alaba minisita ali mu mmotoka njimu, alaba nani, alaba President Museveni ali mu convoy nene, alaba bali mu magorofa, bali mu ki, nga ye afa, talina kyakulya, talina mwana we tasoma, embeera nemutabukako, alina ekissi, n'agamba kanfe n'omuntu. Nze yadde ye ali bubi, n'agamba kati naawe ali obulungi, ffenna katufe. Ekyo kya bulabe. Abali mu buyinza balabe eggwanga we lituuse, obusungu obwo gye bugenda okukomya eggwanga lino, Mukama Katonda yamanyeeyo.
Well, that's the Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago giving us a brief what he thinks and the anger, what he has talked about, the anger of maybe some people, also those in the security circle. So now we're going to be getting back to you in studio. We shall be giving you more details as they unfold here at Kyanja. But at the moment, police is still investigating the circumstances under which the State Minister for Labour, that's Charles Engola, was shot by the bodyguard. So that's what we have so far. We shall be getting back to you, and we shall be giving you more details. Back to you in studio for now.
For that update, of course, speaking on the comments of the Lord Mayor Kampala City, Elias Lukwago, who says that we are seated on a time bomb. Now, we also want to take account of what has happened so far under the Uganda police. Fred Enanga, the police spokesperson, speaks of the unfortunate shooting incident at Kyanja Ring Road, which has led to the death of retired Colonel Honorable Charles Okello Ngola, State Minister for Labour, Employment and Industrial Relations. Let's take a listen into the statement from police.
Tragic matter. We don't want to speculate into what could be the motivation of this matter, but we just want to confirm this at this stage that the Honourable Minister died at the scene. We are also trying to establish if there are any other bodyguards who could have been injured. Until we confirm how many more were injured, we shall be able to give you that information. And I want to extend our condolences, first of all, to His Excellency the President, members of Cabinet, the UPDF, the immediate family of the Honourable Minister, and all members of the public. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
All right. Well, those are comments coming in from Uganda Police, Fred Enanga, giving us a preamble to what has taken place. And of course, earlier on, pictures were shared with us from ground where you did have the body of the late minister being taken to the city mortuary. And then we will get to hear of the report for the cause of death. Comments coming in from the Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago, who has talked about the deep-seated anger amongst security personnel against those living better lives, and this is according to their judgment. There's also anger against the haves by those that have not, and this anger is actually deep-rooted not just in security forces but also in the public generally. There's a certain wave of anger that is going around now. Today, this morning, it's been expressed in such a manner that has claimed the life of the State Minister for Labour, and that is retired Honourable Charles Ngola. Now, we do have this very same minister who was served as the Minister for Defence, State Minister for Defence, and the President did laud him for his role in the fight against the Lord Resistance Army insurgency, which brought an end to the two-decade war in northern Uganda. Allow me quote what the President said about him back in 2016. I congratulate Colonel Okello Ngola for fighting the Lord's Resistance Army. Some people were supporting the rebels. They wanted Uganda to be like Somalia, to be like the Democratic Republic of Congo, to be like South Sudan. The result of a country being like that is what we see. We have got 1 million South Sudanese here in Uganda in refugee camps. And of course, this was a remark that was made back in Oyam as he had been elected back in 2016 as a representative of Parliament for Oyam North. This was in his celebration. Now, of course, you did get confirmation from the Parliament, and that is the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, upon the passing of the minister. Let's head over to Parliament. Right now, they are debating the anti-homosexuality bill on the floor of Parliament, but they do have some sentiments to share. Joining Jackson Nyango now.
Kangwaje Stephen Rakanuma.
Right Honorable, I vote aye.
Kankunda Amos Kibuika. Kanushu Laura.
Madam Speaker, I vote aye.
Kanyike Ronald Evans. Karubanga David.
Madam Speaker, aye.
Ababiku Jessica.
Yes, thank you. Aye.
Karubanga.
Can we first finish the whole list, then we come back to those who have just come?
Karubanga Jacob Ateni. Kasaija Matia. Kasaija Stephen Kagwera. Kasolo Robert. Katabazi Francis Katongole.
Madam Speaker, I vote aye.
Katali Loi.
Aye, Madam Speaker.
Katalihwa Donald Vyabazeire.
Aye.
Katenya Isaac.
Aye, Madam Speaker.
Kateshumbwa Dixons.
Aye.
Kato Muhammad.
Aye.
Katuntu Abdu.
I vote aye.
Katsabe Godfrey. Katsime Annette Mugisha.
Aye, Madam Speaker.
Katwesije Oliver Koyechenga.
Madam Speaker, aye.
Kauma Sauda.
Aye, Madam Speaker.
Kavuma Sam. Kawalia Abubakar.
Honorable Speaker, aye.
Kayagi Sarah Netalisire. Kayanga Baroda. Kayemba Godfrey Solo. Kayemba Joseph.
Nlango was shot dead by one of his bodyguards, Private Sabit Wilson, and also the ADC to the minister. One Otim Ronald sustained severe injuries and has been rushed to Murago Hospital and is being treated by the doctors there. And thereafter, Private Sabiti, the person who shot, also killed himself. And the investigations are being carried out. We also want to say barrier arrangements are going to be worked out and the program shall be released once we have agreed upon it. I would like to convey condolences to the wife of the minister and the family, condolences to the President of Uganda and the entire government and the ministers and the people of Lango, particularly his constituency, which he represented in the Parliament of Uganda, and all Ugandans. And we pray that the good Lord rests his soul in eternal peace.
Minister, what do the preliminary reports talk about? What the findings preliminarily speak about this cause of this?
Well, the findings are what I have told you. The findings are what I have told you, that this morning one of his bodyguards opened fire on the minister and killed the minister, and also injured the ADC who has been rushed to Murago, but he's able to talk, and the doctors were arranging to take him to theater because he sustained injuries in one of the thighs and the arms. We hope that he will get out of danger. And the Private Sabit killed himself. Well, this is what we have now. Police and investigative officers and IG are trying to find out. So we don't have a report written now, but for now this is the information we can give you, that we confirm that the minister is dead and the Private Sabit is also dead, the person who shot, and then the ADC or Tim Ronald sustained severe injuries, but he's being treated in the Murago Hospital. Once the investigations have been completed, we shall definitely let the public know. and also once the burial arrangements have been finalized, we shall also release the program. I'll give you Uganda, then ask Honorable Betty to give the Lango version. Kitalo nnyo kitalo olwaleero ssaawa nga 3 ez'okumakya kati minisita munaffe ow'ekitiibwa Charles Okello Engola retired Colonel abadde Minister of State for Gender wavunaanyizibwa ku nsonga z'emirimu Labour and Employment Relations akubiddwa amasasi omu ku ba bodyguard be abadde bamukuuma Private Sabit Wilson kati nakuba n'amasasi ADC omwami otiimu Ronald naye afunye injuries tafudde ali mulago abasawo bagezaako kumujanjaba kati Private Sabiti naye kuba amasasi naye nayetta kati poliisi nabali okunoonyereza batandise okunoonyereza kiki ekireese kino kati baba bamaze okunoonyereza tujja kuba tubibuulira aba public kati tugenda kuteekawo akakiiko akajja kutegeka ebyokuziika naye twagala kutuusa okusaasira kuba famire ku mukyala wa minisita ne famire ne pulezidenti wa Uganda ba minisita ne gavumenti yonna twagala okutuusa okusaasira ku bannayuganda abantu b'erango aba Oyamu North onayo minisita gy'abadde akiikirira n'abannayuganda bonna kitalo nnyo tusaba nti Katonda awumuze minisita munaffe emirembe.
Tutegeddeko abamu batugambye nti munda yasoose wadde okusipa omuguwanga agamba nti abanja abooluganda bakugambyeko ku nsonga eyo nti abadde abanja
eyokubala tubiwulidde kubanga kyebatugambye nti minisita abadde ayetegeka kugenda mu cabinet abadde amaze kwambala kati nayingira mu motoka kati ngu bodyguard waliwo ajako kanakabika bendera epotoka kusimbula ngu driver ali mu ntebe bagenda oli nakokinga emundu nakuba amasasi ADC ate nayayo kati minisita nagezaako okufuluma wabweru naye namukuba amasasi nafiirawo then oli Private Sabiti nafuluma nagenda wansi wano nayekuba amasasi mu kasaluuni mu kaduuka wano mu tawuni ebyogamba nti abadde agamba nti emisaabi tetubiwulidde.
Just a clarification on that in English about did the bodyguard demand for some payment?
Well, that we have not picked yet. The version that we have got with the onlookers who were there was that the Honorable Minister was preparing to take off for cabinet because today we are having a cabinet sitting. And he came, the bodyguard opened for him, he entered his vehicle, and then the bodyguard was now trying to open the flag on the vehicle, and the ADC was saluting the minister, ready to take off, to get out of the gate. And then Private Sabit Wilson opened fire at the ADC first, and ran after the other bodyguard who was trying to remove the flag, but also shooting. And in the process, the minister tried to get out of the vehicle, and then he was shot dead instantly. And then the driver ran out of the gate, strolled down into the nearby town, and entered one of the shops or saloons, and then shot himself dead. This is the version that we have received from the people who witnessed the events. But of course, investigations have started. We await the report from the people who are carrying out the investigations, and whoever has useful information that you pick from the neighbors and lookers, I think it would be very important to pass it on to investigators so that the story can be completed to know what could have been the trigger that moved this bodyguard to shoot early this morning. Well, that's the information you are giving us, which is useful. But I'm sure the police and the investigators will be able to piece up all the information and then maybe try to understand deeper what could have been the cause. But for now, we can only confirm that the minister has been shot dead by one of his bodyguards. The reasons, the motivation, the intentions, for now we do not know. We shall wait for the investigating team to tell us.
Okay, thank you so much.
Can I have Honorable Minister speaking now for one more channel?
This is what I announced earlier on.
Yes, we are here.
So you asking.
Let me first start by saying that the Honorable Minister is a Minister of State in the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, and has been working, as you are aware, yesterday he was in Namutumba for Labour Day, which is one of his tasks, and also to confirm as a ministry that this particular bodyguard has not stayed with the minister for long. It's only for about 1 month. So I do not think he was brought from Bombo a month ago. So there cannot be any other consideration probably related, because he has many other bodyguards that has been in the ministry and has been supporting him as a minister. So investigation will determine the real cause of what was the issue, but to really reaffirm that he has been a new bodyguard to the Honorable Minister as one of the many bodyguards that he has, because he has a lead car. And on behalf of the people of Lango East constituency, I represent Oyam South, he represents Oyam North. It is sad, and the people of Lango and the people of Uganda has lost a person who had already been requested actually to support government in the issue of the invasion of Karamojong cattle rustling. He had already made a program to go and have a meeting with on the ground with the Honorable Minister of Internal Affairs. So he has been one of our person whom we rely on when it comes to issues related to defense.
Yesterday you gave a speech after you in Namutumba. Before her.
Yes, yesterday he gave a speech in Namutumba. We organized the function together. We caucused together on what will be done, and he performed this function very well. And actually, the Sabiti who shot him was with him, was bodyguarding him in his principal car yesterday while he went to Namutumba. So that's why we are saying it is unfortunate. We don't know what the issue is, but the police will really determine from collaborative statements and let the nation know.
Well, that's the Honorable Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development giving her speech, saying that the bodyguard was new. He had worked with the late minister for just 1 month. So the police is still investigating and collaborating several pieces of information relating maybe to the cause of the death, the cause of why, the motivation as to why the bodyguard actually shot the minister. Now, let me get back to you in studio. We shall be giving you more details as they unfold. For now, let's get back to studio. For my team, Ali Mivule, catch up later.
Omukwano gwo gw'amaanyi tegulina na kipimo. Zino vitamini z'omukwano zompa it's overdose. Ngali simanyi mulavu muba muzigino. Naddala nga gw'oyagala yali mu control. Nze bw'oli nkyawa ndituula weeru ku kabalaza bw'oli ntawa. Nopita ndiddira wambi ready. Olinko ngo posinga, olyekyusa ngo playinga. Olinko wa you pose, bw'oyagala ngo rewindinga.
my start and my stop. You're my on and my off. You're my start and my stop. On and off. Yeah. Zooming up, zoom, zoom, zoom. Processing up, processing up. Restarting up, hero cooling. Olinko pausing up. Oliacho sango playing up. Olinko you pause. Boy agala. Rewinding up. Olinko pausing up. Oliacho sango playing up. Olinko you pause. Boy agala. Omukwano gwo gw'amaanyi tegulina na kipimo. Zino vitamini z'omukwano zompa it's overdose. Nali simanyi mulavu muba muzigino. Naddala nga gw'oyagala yali mu control. Nze bw'oli nkyawa ndituula welu ku kabalaza bw'oli ntawa nopita ndiddira be ready. Olinko nga posinga olyekyusa ng'oplayinga. Olinko you pause bw'oyagala ng'orewindinga. Olinko nga posinga olyekyusa ng'oplayinga. Olinko you pause bw'oyagala ng'orewindinga. Olinko nga posinga olyekyusa ng'oplayinga. Olinko you pause bw'oyagala ng'orewindinga. Ng'oposinga ng'oplayinga. You pause.
byakyuka ebintu byakyuka ebintu byakyuka.
It was in the morning when I met this girl on the street on Barara. Okujenda jenda kukanzoza nyonyoza ya mawe. Ogwa miso jega kange tara ya benzo mwitumi. Akantera naterwa nakunda yakunda kakundana. Leka kutware obiti banda baziye bakurebe. Ogo mwana refresh and kininga jisi yakazinda. For your love I go kill somebody. Love you again and again. For your love I go kill somebody. Kill somebody. For your love I go kill somebody. Love you again and again. For your love I go kill somebody. Kill somebody. God, I promise to give you everything. Konjere love, ejendi ke apabi na bobi badakanga kanga nyo wawe. Baby wanje olyo moto, ikikana olyo wanje. Aisheri, awa baby gambo wagambe. Baby wanje olyo moto, ikikana olyo wanje. Mami. Give me your love, give me your love, give me your love, lady. I go give you my love, give you my love, give you my love, lady. Give me your love, give me your love, give me your love, lady. I go give you my love, give you my love, give you my love, lady. For your love I go kill somebody, love you again and again. For your love I go kill somebody, kill somebody. For your love I go kill somebody. Love you again and again. For your love I go kill somebody. Kill somebody. Badakanga kanga ni wawe. Baby wanje olyo moto, ikikana olyo wanje. Aisheri, awa baby gambo wagambe. Baby wanje olyo moto, ikikana olyo wanje. Mami, for your love I go kill somebody. Love you again and again. For your love I go kill somebody. Kill somebody. For your love I go kill somebody. Love you again and again. For your love I go kill somebody. Kill somebody. For your love I go kill somebody. Love you again and again. For your love I go kill somebody. Kill somebody.
Don't be humble. Bwenoza lavu no mutwe gwetolola, gwetolola. Kubanga lavu kukweta simye kumola, tegwe kumola ngekwetoloza. Erumo tunulanga talide, oloba nobanga omuzole nkagala nobanga tamide. Gwenjagala lina gwayagala kuba gwayagala mwagayagala ngate gwayagala lina gwayagala eka amune emigatagata mwamune numwanga kanina lavu etali ya kusonga nawanga yona bingi bingi sapimanga ngula lavu naye nawangulwa otulono sinekugana nonya nga tebijja ate kofiira ne batwala tongamba lafula mpulira lafula yamenya njewala lavu yangeeta